Hello, my name is Stacy Brayuka, and entrepreneurs hire me to help leverage automation because most are tasking manually, have mountains of to-do lists to get done, and don't really know where to start. So I help them leverage cutting-edge technology and systems to get those mountains of to-do lists done, to automate the things they can, delegate the things they don't want to do, so they can work in their passion and make more sales. Basically, bottom line is you got to automate some of the things so that you can liberate your time. So then you can maybe have a better work life balance and spend time celebrating your business. How many of you went into business because you wanted to work 24/7, 365 for everybody? Go ahead, raise your hands. I'll wait. I'll wait. Yeah. See, I don't see any hands raised. So I don't think you went into business to work, work, and work. We went into business so, maybe when we're not working for ourselves, we might actually be able to have some time to spend with family, friends, and doing some things we enjoy. Plus, we wanted to do things in our passion that we did enjoy for ourselves. We wanted our work to be enjoyable so that we weren't calling it work. We were really doing things we enjoyed, and we happened to be able to pay our bills from it. Because the bill collectors, I don't know why, they don't like you saying, oh, well, I got a hug for that. Yeah, the hugs don't pay the bills. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. Today, I am excited to tell you about a new tool I've been playing with. Let me back up a little bit. I'm looking at you guys as I know there's a bunch of entrepreneurs out there. There are also virtual assistants who do a ton of detail work and lots of work for clients. That's who I'm talking to. I want to tell you guys about this new tool. It's great for solopreneurs, mompreneurs, etc. And I know there's lots of different tools out there. There's Hootsuite and Post Planner, Postcron, Buffer, Later, Try Lately or something, I think was one that I heard about recently. Lots of different tools out there where you could put your social media in and it schedules it and it goes out. But, and I have used lots of those tools, don't get me wrong. But this tool it does those things. So it organizes and your curated social media library. So think about this. You bring in the posts that you want and have posts about fun and inspirational sayings that you want to get out to people. You have posts about your business. You have posts about your products. You have posts about your joint venture partners offers. And you have pictures of cats and dogs and funny memes and news stories and stories within your niche. And you want to put all that together. So think about putting all that together, throwing it up in the air, having it all mixed up so that it's random. And then that goes out on a schedule. Boom, 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 boom. Or putting 5 different pictures in one place and 5 different captions about the same product or article or service that you have. And then those mix themselves up and go out to your audience over time. And all you have to do is write all of them and enter all of them in, and then it recycles and reuses that content for you and gets it out to your audience in new, fresh ways. Now, what I've just told you about is the tip of the iceberg of what I'm getting ready to show you. So what I want you to do is put a 1 in the chat box if you think that this software might be good for you. If you think that it might be something that you might use. And put a 2 in the chat box if you know somebody who you think might use it. So a 1 if you think you might be interested in it, a 2 if you think you know somebody else who might be interested in it. And while you're putting that 2 in there, go ahead and tag them so they can see this video, because I'm going to leave the replay of it up. So I want you guys to tell me, number 1, would you use it? Number 2, would somebody you know maybe use it? just on what I've told you. Okay. Now I'm going to show you the magic behind the curtain. All right. Are you ready? I'm going to move kind of fast. This is going to get techy, but that's why this is going to be good for a replay. But before I get into that, let me tell you that I would love to do a one-on-one demo with you and talk about how you individually can use this. Okay. And if you want to do that, all you have to do is put in stacybrayuka.com/25min, and I'll put that in the description below. So stacybrayuka.com/25min, and you can grab an appointment with me so that I can show you how to use this. So I'm going to show you the backside, and so you're going to get to see some of the secret sauce and some of the backside of my personal social media. So, well, I hope there's not anything bad over there. I don't think there is. But let me show you automatesocial.io. I'll put that in the chat as well. automatesocial.io. This is the future of social media content curation. So one of the biggest pieces of this content is the number of accounts that you can link. You can link unlimited social media accounts to the backside of your account in Automate Social. You could have 16 different Facebook pages, 16 different Instagram accounts, LinkedIn accounts, Google My Business accounts, all connected to one place. Now, that doesn't mean that you're going to post to all of those at the same time, but you're going to post all of those at different times. And you can, there are so many different things you can set in this. It just is amazing. You can have 2 team members on your team with a regular account. I actually happen to have an upgraded account, and I have 2 extra team members. Those are extra per month charges. But certainly with yourself, if you are a VA that works for a variety of companies, and maybe you work with a partner and they're also a VA, you could each have an account and get in here and bust the work out and put all of your clients' social media accounts in here that you can work with. Or let me give you a second option on that. You could have your client purchase their own automatesocial.io account. So they would be the owner of the account, and then you would have a sign in as the VA. What that does is then your client, who would be the owner of the account, would have access to all of what you're doing, would be able to control and approve the content that you're putting in before it went out. And some clients in VA or agencies might want to do that. But some may say, I don't want to deal with that part. You just put all your stuff in your system and do it. So there's 2 different ways you could go about that. The other things that are integrated are Buffer, and I'll tell you why in a minute. I realize I just talked about Buffer, but I'll tell you why about that one in a minute. Then Google Analytics and Dropbox or Google Drive, so that you can get to content. Now, I am not going to go through all of the software today. I'm really hitting the high points. This shows me what current posts have gone out in my accounts. So I'm going to hit refresh on that. It doesn't look like there's anything else there that's interesting that my little button came up there in the corner. We'll just leave it there. It gives me, your dashboard gives you a view of the analytics, and it's interactive, so you can look at what these different details mean. It tells you how many upcoming posts today, how many this week, how many are pending approval, so if you have that approval process going on in that workflow, and conversations about your media posts. Now, I'm going to fly through the high tops of this and just give you the big overall picture. You can have a content library that is curated over time that you can collect statistics in. You are able to build that using tags so that you can easily find just the information about a particular category. Let's look at my YouTube videos. So they're just certain ones are YouTube videos, or just things that are email related, just things that are productivity related. So you can filter down into your content just by using those categories that you create. Creating content's very easy. You hit create content. You can add multiple images, videos, or URLs. You can do multiple captions, which is the text part of your social media message. You can have hashtag libraries, which if I just type in infomercial short, it's going to automatically put my personal infomercial in there. If I put in free summit, here's all of the tags I found about free summit. So you can change that. You can also make your captions specific to the platform, because say on Twitter, you don't want to go over your 140 characters. On Instagram, you want to use a lot of hashtags. On Facebook, not so much. Instagram, YouTube, and Google My Business. Pinterest is coming, but not here yet. So you can add multiple captions to this. You can add this set of captions, but then you could add a second caption. So let's say I made that one, and then I wanted to add another caption that was about summits. And I would add so I can add more than one caption available for that, and I can add 5 or 6 images. The categories I showed you a minute ago, and then finally, where are you going to publish those things to? So you can choose, drill down which content gets put in which category. After things have gone out, you can start seeing analytics right here in your content library. And you can see how often things have been shared, how often they've been, how many captions are with them. You can actually just click post now to post something again. Here's your approvals library. I am not using that because I'm a solopreneur at the moment, but I will start using it because I have those VA team members on my team. You can also curate content from content recommendations. There's only one software I know out there right now that you can really do some good content recommendation curating, and but it doesn't have the other features that this software does. It doesn't have the unlimited accounts, for instance. Here are you can curate through news stories, or you can curate images. It uses pixels. So let's look up, I don't even know why I thought of dentist. Maybe it's because my mom just recently went to the dentist. And so, maybe you have a client that's a dentist and you're pulling up stuff from them. This is leadership marketing and dentists. So let's take that back down, or let's add a new term, mountains. Maybe you want a picture of the mountains because you're going to go there. And look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So you just hover over it and click. That just put that in my content library. And I'm going to put a couple of those in my content library. So you hover over the green or the little check mark and click it. It puts it in. I'm going to do one more, and then I'm going to go back out. Let's look at news. Let's look at technology. And I already had leadership in there, so it's technology leadership. And we've got Alphabet's designing a new technology to monitor your atrial fibrillation. So maybe, you're doing something on medical applications of software. That would be a great article to curate into your content library and come back here and see, here's my mountains. They're not ready to go yet because they've got a red check mark. So it means I have not approved myself. But I can go in easily and click and edit this content. I can add more images. I can add additional captions, categories, and publish it where I would choose to. So there's lots of different ways you can work with your content library and the recommendations. You can also auto import from RSS feeds. This works great if you've got a podcast and you want to automatically put that in. If you've got a YouTube channel that every time you do that, you want that going out to all your other social media. Or you have a Google Drive folder that you want to automatically connect and post things that are in, or prep those posts for you so that you can batch work. You can broadcast posts. I don't do that much, to be frank. I prefer schedules of different types and my calendar usage. So You can create different kinds of schedules. This schedule that you see is a queue, and it's based on a regular weekly schedule, but you can also do a drip schedule of content. And what's going to happen is the time slots are here, that things are going to go out, and here are the items that are currently in my social media queue. And I can even go over here and shuffle that queue so that it moves things around and changes them. You can also use the calendar view to put in your social media. So if I wanted to grab this link that I have here and I say I wanted it to go out later today, and maybe I want it to go out again here in a couple weeks, and you can just drag and drop, and those will be ready to go. Now, I'm going to drag and drop one of these ones you saw me grab with the mountains, and you'll notice that it's red. That's because it hasn't been approved yet. So right now, I'm actually going to take that and delete the scheduled post and leave it over here for later, but I just wanted you to see what happened. You can monitor your own activity feed, and this is not just items that you've put in from automatesocial.io, but it also are posts that you have put in from other sources. I'm going to drill this down, and instead of showing all feeds, I'm going to have it just display my business feed. Well, okay, now here we go with all of them. So this is not just things I've posted on social media, but I can see that somebody mentioned me, or here's the, because I'm in mentions. You can also do social listening, and that one is just with things that you have posted through Automate Social, keywords that people have used after that. But your recent posts and your mentions are real easy. You can go in there and you can see visually your different likes, shares, clicks, and comments. You can manage the post, copy it, or delete it right from this view as well. Analytics. The analytics are amazing. It brings it in from a variety of sources, but oh my God, you've never seen them in this way. I hate looking in Google Analytics. It just makes my eyes cross. But if I go here and I just want to look at my Facebook account numbers, I can tell I have 327 followers. I've got 65K posts. I can see and look at my best post the Friday the 23rd was, and on the 24th were things, and what the impressions, likes, comments, and shares were. I can also kind of see where my followers are, and I can dive deep into particular posts and see what things, these are the top posts going on. One of the biggest was one has to go. So I can tell that like memes and little things like that are what my audience is really enjoying. But that's just the tip of that iceberg. You can nail that down to different dates. You can also do insights. So this insight tells me that on my Facebook account, video posts with a long caption containing hashtags and asking a question are better than any other type, and that between 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. Central Time is the best time for that post type. And that post type is 159% more engaging. So this post right here will actually be a video post with a long caption. Doesn't contain hashtags, but it does ask a question. So I'm hoping that this post actually lands here in those categories, and I will be watching it for different data. The other thing I can do is see what my community looks like on Facebook, kind of get a picture, or on any accounts. So let's look at my Instagram one, for example. They're 25 to 34, not surprising for Instagram. But let's see my Facebook audience, 45 to 54. Again, not too surprising. They're by region. I live in Kansas City. Obviously, that's a hot spot for my audience. I can even make this map larger so I can really drill down and see where are those hot spots on the map. Where my audience is. So, and then if I was a VA, this is great. I can actually do reports for my audience or for my clients, I can either download it as a PDF or I can view it. I can send them a link so they can view this report as an interactive report. They can go into the insights specific. They can go into the web analytics. So you're not even doing anything with their websites, but they've got web analytics here in the package. They can look at an overview of the accounts, of all of their accounts. Or let's say I want to look just at my Instagram account and I can see, kind of what's going on with that Instagram account. So that report is interactive that I can send that client. Back here to our dashboard, and I think I've shown you the highlights of automatesocial.io. So here's what I've got. automatesocial.io. I'll put the link in the chat. You've got to type the whole thing in. https://www.automatesocial.io or it may not come up correctly. So you got to make sure you type it in correctly. I will put the link in. Then you can, right now, I'm running a 7-day trial on it for $7, and you can get in at that price right now, but it is only temporary. That 7-day trial period is not going to be there forever. After you sign up, you will receive an email, but the next thing you will have to do is set up a 25-minute meeting with me to help get your account set up. So that has to be done in a timely fashion, obviously, for your 7 days. So if you're interested, set up a 25-minute meeting with me first, and then we'll go through things so that you have a full 7 days. Okay? stacybrioka.com/25min and zap me a quick Facebook message to let me know that you're interested in automatesocial.io because you want to make your clients' social media skyrocket, so that you want to send them analytic reports so they can see, deep dive into what's working and what's not, so that you can batch work all of your social media work and get it all done in one day for 3 months worth of work. And then you can just let it go and sit back and watch the analytics and engage with people, because it's the engaging with people outside of that actual post that makes things work, right? The fortune's in the follow-up, the fortune's in the engagement, it's in the relationship building. And this software allows you to build that relationship. So I hope you take a look at it. I appreciate the time you've spent with me today, and I will see you soon.